Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2010 Medina County Memorial Day Essay Awards Ceremony. I'm Medina County Auditor Mike Kovack, and in conjunction with the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post number 1089 from Wadsworth, we sponsor this countywide contest. I wanted to recognize Rex Fike from the Wadsworth VFW who is with us here today, and also Jerry Lemons from the Brunswick VFW, and the incoming president to the County Council for the VFW, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, thank you very much. We'd like to recognize our winners here today. In a tie for third place, so she can't be here with us today, is Rachel Berrey. She's a homeschooler here. And also in a tie for third place in 7th grade from Brunswick Visitainer School, our only male winner in the contest, Zachary Stepp.
What makes someone a hero? I was only 4 years old when my grandpa passed away, yet I remember him very well. Every Memorial Day, my family and I attend the Brecksville Annual Memorial Day Parade. I watch soldiers march and see jeeps and flags of many sizes. The crowd follows behind the parade and up a hilltop to Brecksville Cemetery. At the top of this hill, you see many tiny flags sticking up from the ground. I am proud to say my grandfather has one of these special flags on his grave. I remember the day we buried my grandpa. I heard the sound of bagpipes and saw men in service uniforms as they shot off their rifles. I felt sad and proud as the soldiers folded the flag draped across my grandpa's casket and handed it to my grandma. There are many flags at the cemetery on that day. Some tombstones date back to the Civil War. Each and every one of these tiny flags represents a hero to me. All of these souls of the past risked their lives to fight for the freedom we still have today. Generation after generation have passed on this role of being a hero. War after war, these men and women risked their lives for the freedom of others. They were not selfish, they were generous. They were the true meaning of a hero. I think if these souls of the past could look down from heaven, they would be very proud to see the freedom they fought for is still prevailing. The dictionary states the meaning of a hero as someone who is honored and respected for bravery and courage. So the next time you visit a cemetery and see one of these tiny flags, bow your head and thank these heroes for a job well done. I wrote this in honor of my grandpa, William P. Vaughn, who fought in the Korean War.
Congratulations, Zach. Occasionally in my job, typically around tax time, I have some people who come in and complain about the schools and children these days. So I will keep a copy of this program, let me assure you, around my office. So outstanding. In 7th grade, among our 7th grade winners, in 2nd place from Cloverleaf Middle School, we have Morgan Wood.
What makes someone a hero? What defines the word hero? Hero is a name mostly given to someone who has done some sort of task that may be viewed as brave or courageous. Is there a specific point at which you become a hero? Is there some set scale of so-called bravery on which you have to reach a certain marking that calls you a hero? No, there is nothing of the sort as far as I can find. So while there's no one and nothing that could determine what tasks would make people heroes, why in fact is anyone called a hero? So hero must just be an individual's perception of the difficulty of the task. Yes, it's arguable that no one could be called a true hero because there's no true standard. Yet a hero is not a mythical creature either. There are people that will perform great deeds and acts that involve unimaginable determination and willpower. They make sacrifices that most of the population is unwilling to make. They are the kind of people that will continue on doing their duty regardless of whether they receive the recognition that ought to be their right. These are heroes. These are people in the American military. They are why we hold Memorial Day. On Memorial Day, we honor those people that died in military service. Civilians and veterans alike set aside a day to honor those fellow Americans that died well in service to their country. On Memorial Day, America formally recognizes its debt to the people that made the choice to join the military and died serving their country. America recognizes those that made sacrifices that most of us will never know of. So I believe that it is true and only proper that each of those people being remembered on May 31st deserve the title of hero. You cannot give the name hero to one fallen soldier without giving that name to the rest of their fallen comrades. Each person who lost their life in military service made new life, growth, and development of this nation possible. There is not a single person that could or should be singled out as a hero, because each shoulder we remember on Memorial Day ultimately made the same sacrifice. I will not say they gave their life, because ultimately they lost their life. Each life made an important contribution to this country. Each person fought for their life, and while they lost their own personal battle, I would hope they went to the grave knowing that we all appreciate that they were willing to risk and lose their life to ensure a safe place for fellow Americans. I would hope that they knew that on Memorial Day, America makes an effort to appreciate each soldier that lost their life for the whole country, and while we did not know them personally, we can still appreciate their sacrifice. Yes, I believe without a doubt that heroes and the soldiers' Memorial Day honors are the same people. There are people that, though physically gone, will be remembered. Most of their deeds will not fully be appreciated by the people they benefited. Eventually, their homes and possessions will be lost to time, but the evidence of their being will endure. Memories of what they look like and their behavior will be forgotten, but the proof of their life is built into this nation. The United States of America's very founding was staked on its citizens' determination to fight for what we believe was right. So because of the very nature from which this country was born, American citizens will always be fighting for righteousness and justification. There will always be that need for people willing to risk their lives, and it goes unsaid that some will also lose their lives. These are heroes.
Outstanding job, Morgan. And before I announce our first place winner for the 7th grade, I was also point out that for the first place winners, they're also going to receive a $100 savings bond. That's courtesy of my office and VFW 1089 out of Wadsworth. And our first place winner among 7th graders from Medina St. Francis, Emmi Esker.
Heroes surround us every day. Inch by inch, they make their own way. We often look but cannot see the heroes that surround you and me. A hero is someone who sticks up for what's right, always trying to settle the fight. They're loving, selfless, and caring too. But is it possible that a hero can be found inside me and you? There are many different characteristics that describe a hero. In my opinion, the most important one is selflessness. To be a hero, you have to put others before yourself, and to be able to know that you and your needs and wants come secondary to another person's. Whenever I think about someone being selfless, my thoughts turn to all the men and women who are in the military. They leave their family, friends, pets, belongings, and homes to go overseas and fight for their safety. That is the most selfless thing a person can do for anyone, including a stranger. Another characteristic that heroes show is love. When I was younger, I used to think that my friend's father didn't love her because he left to join the army. But with time, I've come to realize, though, that it didn't mean that he didn't love her, but rather he loves her so much that he would risk his life to help her and her country. We often hear war stories of the heroes on the battlefield, and we have painted pictures in our heads that those are the only types of heroes in the war. I think that those people are heroes for what they do, but they are not the only ones. Doctors, nurses, cooks, teachers, commanders, and cleaners serving in the military all play a very important role in the soldier's lifestyle. Without their help, soldiers would be left without knowledge. They would be injured or dead, hungry and dirty. We cannot comprehend the life that our soldiers are forced to live. What they do for our country is truly honorable. We need to treat our soldiers with the utmost respect and kindness, because without them, America wouldn't be the way it is today. Heroes are loving, selfless, and caring too. I do believe it is possible that a hero can be found inside me and you.
Outstanding. Thank you. I thank you very much for coming out today. I'm Medina County Auditor Mike Kovack, and we appreciate you participating in our 2010 Memorial Day Essay Contest. Thank you.